microphone, and this is Kingspray Graffiti, yeah. Ooh, yeah, I need those controllers over there, but first drop the beat. Yeah, You might notice that my head knocked over the beer bottles. That is the kind of thing that Kingspray Graffiti VR does. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a good year for gaming in general. Duskers, Vindicta, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I just did a video on Loot Hero DX. Epitome of RPG grind piss takes. Oh. And here we got Kingspray Graffiti dropping a beat. Dropping a beat! To start, this is the best textured game that I have played in VR. This is just the most beautiful thing that I have seen and has played at a steady 90 frames per second. It may not be the 90 that we're gonna get on the recording, but when I play this alone, it's a 90 frame per second game, I'm telling you. This is Kingspray Graffiti, and it is absolutely gorgeous. What you are seeing on your screen right now, please desperately try to imagine actually being in this space, because this is just, it's magnificent. It's absolutely magnificent. I have to imagine that to get this level of detail and texture into a VR experience, like all the textures are just baked on, or I don't know how you achieve this, because everyone... Every other game that I've seen has tried and not gotten anywhere near this level of just, yes! The basketball itself, you know, is pretty good. Bounces the way a basketball should. As far as me being able to throw it, yeah, that didn't work out too well. Alright, I was trying to avoid it. This is art made for you by me. When I did not know what I was going to do in Kingspray Graffiti, I came in, I don't know, and that's what we got. And look, little guy is smoking a completely legal substance right there. There are some flaws to this work. First off, I've been wanting to come back in here. First off, alright, I noticed when I looked back at the screenshot, okay, over here, I got Smiley Face Man. Over here, I got a D. And I look back and forth, I go, the D is a face on its side. How didn't I see that in the first place? So, there you go. You have a couple of eyeballs there. Huh? Just hanging out in space. The other failure of this piece, according to my visual aesthetic, is that this is a very curvy, three-dimensional kind of thing. It's totally not inspired by labia. And then this is a very curvy kind of a thing. It's got a three-dimensional aspect to it. And then this frickin' N. This N is just sitting there. It's just sitting there like it doesn't know what to do with itself. So maybe what I'm gonna do is just really lightly, really just kinda, maybe it needs to be more labia-like. And then we step back and boom! Huh? That looks awful, but I ain't gonna fix it because we're gonna start from scratch. But before we start from scratch, I just want to go up and get a slightly better view. Yeah, now that's an image made by a man who just doesn't know. And oh my god, you look out at this environment, and look, bird is landing. Birds flying in, just flapping through. Did they need to put that here? Was this not already glorious enough? Of course they didn't have to put it there. They put it there anywhere. There are flies buzzing around the trash down there occasionally. Look at this stuff. Cars drive by. Trains go through. It's like, none of that had to be here. But they put it here. It's a good year for gaming. This thing right here is my best friend. This boombox they put in the game, you get to, somehow it's tapped into like internet radio stations, and you can just like set this thing up over here. If I can do it without knocking everything over, you set that up over here, you go into your cell phone, and you tell the boombox, go ahead and play on Rock Classics Radio, because apparently the music I like from the 90s, I'm so old the music I like is now classic radio. Now I can't actually like play you music from this, because it's like, you know, 9 Inch Nails and Bush and Trent Reznor and whoever the name of the guy is from Bush. You just get in here and you listen to your favorite music and you get against this wall and you just enjoy it. Are you ever going to paint in this thing? Yeah, just let me finish gushing. Alright, we're gonna paint, but we're gonna go somewhere else. So take me to, Let's see, we're at Top Dog Auto Repair right now. A beautiful locale to do yourself some bombing of locations. Train yard, I haven't been yet. It's the middle of the night over there. I want to go back to the rooftop. I'm kind of saving it. It's like when you find something really good, you try and like save the best parts of it for last. Because look at this. Look at this. Oh, I'm gonna teleport to over here so that I can walk over here and look down. Oh, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Oh my God. There's a woman over there undressing in the window. Bad pawn! Bad! No! You can't, just dirty thoughts. We got ourselves a nice clean wall that is coming back into view as my eyes clear. You know what? I'm not quite ready to paint yet. I gotta get in the right mood, you know? And the right mood for me involves that. Oh my God, I didn't even notice this before. There's another seating area here. Okay, I noticed the seating area. I had actually played with the ladder a little bit, just throwing it around and what, oh crap. But I had not noticed that there's a grill in here, and there's a sausage! There's two sausages! There's two sausages! Shove the sausages in my... Oh. I really shouldn't be doing any of this on YouTube. It's gonna come back to bite me. Oh. Sausages for everyone! First tool of Kingspray VR, you have this color wheel here. You can select any single color from the palette you can come up with. If you don't like that kind of color wheel, which I don't, you can come over here and use this kind of color, which is what I prefer to do. However, I've made a little game of using like as many paint cans as I think I could actually carry with me in a backpack to a place. So I've been using white and black, and you can come over to this mode and choose the various tones that you want, and it tells you what they all are. It's just so good. Maybe I just get in here and just start, you know what, we'll try and do a pawn. We'll do a pawn, and by which I mean, you know, pawn. Like the word, because this is what you're supposed to do in graffiti. All you people doing like fancy art and whatnot, and, you know, making your favorite anime characters on a wall. That's not what graffiti is about. It's about bombing walls with simple, bubbly, three-dimensional, two-dimensional... I'll tell you how you're supposed to do it, because I'm a professional. Professional is going to have trouble making a W. Every time I try to make this W, I can't make this W. There you go. Oh, it's a bat symbol. Then we'll add some real flair to this thing, like that, okay? And then whoop, bring it on back down. And how you gonna finish that off? I don't know. We'll do like this, huh? Take a step back. Pawn. That looks okay from until you get to the end where I added the flare and it looks like ass. Whatever, we're just getting started here, okay? So I'm gonna be, you know, I'll be painting over those black lines again. This is just to get an idea, get a little bit of an outline. Oh, damn. Some overspray. The game has overspray! And you can use that in your designs intentionally, or you can do what I do and just accidentally overspray and then later claim, yeah, that's, you know, I'm an artist. That's totally what I had intended. You know, I was going for like a, symbol for the way that society sort of, you know, leaks its postulants out onto the world. I mean, it's really a statement against Donald Trump. I picked this up during the Steam summer sale, and so far, of all the things that I've opened, which is basically this and one other game that I returned, this is worth all of the money that I spent on the other 8 games I got. It's the kind of thing that you can get into and just forget time, and you get your music playing, which, again, I can't, but tell you what, how about some open source music? Yeah! Right! I'm really hearing this right now. Go music. You know what, here, I'm gonna try strawberry. Strawberry on pure red, and we'll see what we get, okay? So, just gonna... Strawberry might not be enough of a distinctly different color here. I'm having trouble seeing it from where I'm standing. But that's the cool thing about graffiti. You stand back and you see a completely different thing. Let's see what I see when I stand back. You know, it's there. It could be more there. Bazooka Joe. Bazooka Joe. We'll use a bubblegummy flavor color. Yeah, now that's the kind of, like, it's too big. It's not right, but it's a good color. I'm gonna go with that color. There is pressure sensitivity in the controller, so if you only hold down the button like halfway, which takes a minute to figure out how you do that well, then you can control how much paint you're putting on the wall at any given time, and you can do little touches up like this. And then, of course, the further that you get away from the wall, the more spray volume you get with the... You see the circle on the wall, like I have to explain that. Cannot convey to you how fun this is and how much time I have put into this just in the couple of days that I've had it. I mean, let's be clear. I'm not going to argue that I am, in any sense, good, but you don't have to be good at some things to enjoy them, you know? Like, you don't have to be good at eating pizza, or making love, or making graffiti in order to enjoy yourself. So now I got a general outline of this stuff. I'm going to go back and try and touch it up with a little bit more red because I don't exactly like the lines here. I feel like the P, there's too much thickness here. There's not enough style. See, now we got this nice sweeping line that comes into another sweeping line, and then that goes around. That might be okay. It's pretty damn thick up there, but you know what? It's the P. It's supposed to grab your eye. I don't really like Bazooka Joe bubblegum flavor now that I see it on the wall, but, you know, mistakes were made. Little touch-ups to just sharpen out the edges. You know, this is the kind of game that's... I was considering doing this video in post. Just getting in here and doing something and then bringing it to you, you know, with a vocal commentary. Because it's the kind of thing where it's just... It's very zen. It's very get in here and just do it. Don't think, don't talk. Get some music playing in the background. Load up a podcast or something like that, you know. And I think I'm going to play a little bit with how far away I am from the walls. I do this, make it thinner, and then make it come out and be wider at the bottom. Yeah, the drips are cool. I like the drips. I'm not trying to avoid them. Ooh, and then, ooh. Yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. Big, thick at the top and the bottom. That's how I like them, you know. I like a little bit of meat on them. Okay. So getting thicker at the bottom. And then coming back up and getting thin. Damn it, I'm eating over my my bubblegum work. Alright, fix that before you go forward. And this one I'll do thin until we get right at the bottom, and then I'll open it up nice and wide like that. And over the top gets bigger, which is fine by me because it's easier. Otherwise I'd need a step ladder. I have actually considered getting a step ladder out in this game in order to get to the top of my stuff. Because, ooh, see, I'm taking out my overspray too. Because there's times where, yeah, you get to the point and you're like, what am I gonna do? I wanna get up there. Well, go grab yourself a ladder in VR with a cable hanging off your neck and see how that works out for you, sucker. The overspray is kicking in. Also, I just made that really big. It's fine. It's part of the art. Part of the art of messing things up. I mean, messing things up is part of the art of being a Ronin pawn. And in, and up, and out, and in, and then up, and then, oh, I ate into my bubblegum again. Damn it, I keep doing that. How's it looking, though? Oh, damn. I mean, I'm loving it. I'm putting a little hole in for the A, so I'm going to do like a sweep like that, and then I'm going to, which is something I did on the last one, and I like that. I like that. It's just, it gives a little something to it, you know? It gives it that 3D-ify. In fact, that 3D-ify is so good, maybe I'd do another one over here, huh? But it can't be exactly the same. It's got to be more maybe a distension like that, and then you do a little bit like that. Fill that in. Ooh, take a step back. Yeah, I'm liking it. But I want to add some character to this W, to this, you know, bat signal thing. So I'm gonna just like try and bring in a little bit of a something like that to give it a little sense that it's rounded, that it's curved, that it's coming in over itself. And the beauty of this is that when you mess up or you make lines too thick and whatnot, you haven't messed up. You haven't made lines too thick. Look at that. So now it fades out nicely. It fades out just like you want it to. And you over here as well. And then maybe this one will go against the flow, you know? Be like, flow-yo, some fro-yo. We can go get some fro-yo. Okay, how does that look? No, that ain't right. That ain't right. So first off, get rid of this one. It was better without it. And secondly, this one should be there, but it needs to come out and around a little more. I think we can all agree. So it needs to bubble a little bit. Like that. Yeah, no, that's, I mean, this line's okay, but I just can't figure out a way to make that one work, so we're gonna just abandon you entirely. Oh, well that's what you do, pawn. You just do it on both sides. I'm gonna do that. Huh? Like that, and then we come back with the red, boom, boom, and just kind of like trail that off a little bit. This isn't the way that it's supposed to be anymore, so we're going to do a little bit of that. We're going to do a little bit of that, make it, you know, get finer as you go out toward the edges, come back, boom! P-A-W done. The N is the only one that needs a little bit of help here, and the N, all you need is a little bit more black. Wait, make sure you got actual black. Black is going to come, like that, and needs to sort of, yeah, flare out a little bit like that, tail off at the end, but I want it nice and black, you know? And then in order to get it the thinness that we want, go back over to the red, grab that sucker, and then bring it back in, like so. Oh, it's magic! You know, never believe it's not so. Now here's the thing that you should really do at the beginning that for whatever reason I always end up doing at the end, and then I have to come back and touch everything up. But if you want to do like an outline, I just put on a big fat tip, and that big fat tip, you know about fat tips, don't you? So I want to create a backdrop for this in white. White is a distinctive color for the Ronin pawn. We all recognize Ronin pawn by his whiteness. Honestly, the city of Detroit, you might have Kingspray VR to thank for, you know, some more graffiti that you're going to end up finding. Just around town. If you start seeing P-A-W-N or P-W-N, which would be, nah, it's got to be the full pawn. Start seeing that on some billboards. I'm not saying I did it, because, you know, equality and whatnot, but I think we all know. Oh, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough to get up here without messing everything up that I did up there, but, you know, I'm going to come back and retouch the retouching on the black. I always do. Smooth things out and give them a harder line, and damn it, pawn, you got to move fast if you don't want the overspray. I don't not want the overspray. I love the overspray. Why would anyone try to avoid the overspray? What is wrong with you if you turn that off? That is beautiful. That is gorgeous. I love that. That is a trademark effect of the Ronin pawn. You know, if you're looking for my graffiti work out there, always look for the drips. And on the tiptoes, and then back down. Oh, don't mess nothing up, pawn. Don't mess nothing up that you already done. All right, nice and smooth. Yeah, oh, but I liked that little dip in there. You just go with it, pawn, you know? We've been watching you do one piece for the past 15 minutes. And it's only going to be 15 minutes if you edit the hell out of this thing. Which you know I'm going to, because, you know, it's what I do. Because I love you, baby. Boom! Okay, that's it. That's it. We're done. It's time to play a little ball. And turn around. And check out the pawn, ladies and gentlemen. Who I am, the Ronin pawn. Did you think the video was over? Because it ain't over yet, okay? Just in case having a YouTube video online, on your cell phone you find a little playback button, you go over here, you turn it on 4 times, you hit play, and holy crap, I get to watch myself making this logo at 4 times speed. Bombing the wall, look at my tag going up to, hang on, I need to go get something. Hey buddy, you want some? No? Sorry, ma'am. Damn, pawn! Is this gonna get in your way at all? Huh? Is this annoying you? No, they only really break when they hit the ground. This is just awesome. I mean, you get done doing something that takes you like a half an hour, 45 minutes, and then you get to just hit a button and watch it play back. If Kingspray Graffiti had not gone to all of this trouble in the first place, it still would have been fun as hell to just work on graffiti on a flat, untextured wall, but they did. And then, it would have been fun as hell regardless of whether you built in like a replay. But they put that in too, and it's just like, damn. Excellence in Gaming 2017 is just a good year. I don't think Kingspray came out in 2017 either. I think it was the 2016 release. But look at it. Just look at the friggin' thing. They did everything right. It feels perfect, it works perfect, it's the most gorgeous VR game that I've ever stood in, and I can listen to my classic rock 90s music that doesn't make me feel old at all. Thanks, Kingspray. I am the Ronin pawn, as is clearly evident by what's on the wall. Hang on, baby, I'm just gonna get me a selfie here. How long should I stand like this? Like, I'm not sure how to edit that, because the game goes to black while it's saving.